Just one more thing I have to do at the Ruins of Elf, then we'll move on. Now, as for the next side panel puzzle, it's the one that talks about Ho-Oh, and that one to me is kind of tricky, so I can spend quite a bit of time solving that puzzle. And there's also a door at the back of the ruins that can only open if I have Ho-Oh with me, which won't happen until much later in the game. Now, after I'm done at the Ruins of Elf, I'll make my way to Azalea Town to catch Spirit Tomb. Well, actually, before I go to Azalea, I'm going to stop by Goldenrod City since there are a few things I want to do there, along with routes 35 and 34. As for Seraphoric, well, I seem to recall that it gave me quite a bit of trouble back in Crystal. And looks like it's doing its job here as well, since it kind of did a number on Lantern. Well, at least I'm not on the verge of dying. So as for why I consider the Ho-Oh puzzle to be kind of tricky is because two panels in particular look the same, which sort of confuses me a little bit, as I say no to Bubble Beam since I have Surf already. So yeah, I could possibly spend quite a bit of time solving that puzzle because I might unintentionally make a mistake thanks to those two panels. You'll see what I mean in just a second. But first, I'm just going to show you that door that has Ho-Oh's name on it real quick so that way you know what I'm talking about for later. Okay, as you can see it says Ho-Oh, but I have to come back here later once I have Ho-Oh in my possession, which won't be for quite some time. Alright, here we go. Okay, I believe this part goes here, this part goes up here, this part goes here, Ho-Oh's face goes right here. Let's see, I think this part goes over here. Oh yeah, see those two panels at the bottom? Yeah, those are the two panels I'm talking about that kind of look the same. Let's see, maybe this one goes here, and this one goes here, although I could be wrong about that. Okay, this is Ho-Oh's foot. Yeah, I think that looks right. And this part gotta turn around. Oh, what, I got it? Well, okay, that was fast. Well, okay then, I guess I'll make my way over to Route 35 now. So, while I make my way there, I might as well mention that there's another Terry Battle event going on in Scarlet and Violet, and this time it features the returning 7 Star Serperior. It originally ran back in September 2024, but now it's back starting from the 2nd until the 9th. So, its ability is Contrary, its turn type is Grass, its nature is Modest, and knows the moves Leaf Storm, Gastro Acid, Dragon Pulse, and Iron Tail. And its additional moves, Sweet Scent, Breaking Swipe, and Glare. Okay, I'm just going to take a picture real quick. Now, back in my Renegade Platinum Let's Play Part 135, I mentioned a few Pokemon to use to fight that Serperior. Skeledirge, Galarian Slowking, and Delphox. Although, I wasn't very specific as to how I beat that Serperior. Although, I did mention using Skill Swap Delphox to use Concentrate to my advantage so that way I can get special attack boost from Overheat. But now that I think about it, that can be kind of risky since Serperior can't go for Gastro Acid. But if you're serious about using Delphox, then I'll tell you how to use it to fight that Serperior. So my Delphox's nature was Modest, its type was Fire, its held item was the Shell Bell, and I get the moves Skill Swap, Mystical Fire, Nasty Plot, and Overheat. So first, take Contrary away from Serperior, very important. Then spam Mystical Fire until your ability gets negated. If you use Mystical Fire 3 times, Terrasilize immediately, otherwise, Serperior is going to steal your Terra Orb charge. Now, if your ability gets negated, use Nasty Plot so that way Mystical Fire or Overheat will do more damage. After that, use Overheat twice to get a special attack boost, thanks to Contrary. And from there, spam Mystical Fire until Serperior goes down. Oh yeah, one other thing. If Serperior does go for Gastro Acid, then use Nasty Plot until you have plus 6 in special attack. Now, back in part 135 of my Renegade Platinum Let's Play, I did say that I tried using Skeledirge only to be unsuccessful since, well, I guess I didn't have Slack Off on my Skeledirge at the time. But this time around, I did. So here's what you do. Okay, first off, my nature was Modest, its type was Fire, its ability was Unaware, its held item was the Ability Shield, which means you can't lose your ability no matter what. And I gave the moves Torch Song, Flamethrower, Sunny Day, and Slack Off. Okay, for just a second, I'm just gonna look for a hidden item that's in this area. Oh, it's right over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, first spam Torch Song 3 times until you're able to Terrasilize. Then use Sunny Day, and if your stats reset at that point, continue using Torch Song for about 4 to 5 times. Then Sunny Day again, so that way Flamethrower will do more damage, and that's be enough to take down Serperior. Oh, hold on a second. I'm not really sure if I took a picture with Cameron, the photographer over here. If not, then I'm just going to do it right now. And then there's Galarian Slowking. So its nature was modest, its turn type was poison, its held item was the clear amulet, and I gave the moves Acid Spray, Nasty Plot, Slack Off, and Skill Swap. So Skill Swap first, then spam Acid Spray until your stats reset. Okay, just a second, because now that I got that Sudowoodo out of the way and gave the mail to the guy that's over on Route 31, this guy's going to give me a prize for it, which is HP up. Okay, that's nice. Okay, anything else you're going to say? Okay. Alright, as I was saying, use Skill Swap first, then spam Acid Spray until your stats reset, and if you get hit with Gastro Acid, Terastallize. Then use Nasty Plot 3 times. Otherwise, use Skill Swap on an allied Pokemon with the ability that you're not going to use, then Terastallize and start using Nasty Plot 3 times. And from there, spam Acid Spray until Serperior goes down. Also, anytime you need to heal along the way, use Slack Off. Okay, I'm just going to put Wooper in the PC real quick since I don't think I'm going to need it right now. I'm going to replace it with Furret, and also I'm going to need an Etsy in my party because if you remember, I did meet Bill back in Equitix City, and he did say he was going to go to Goldenrod City, and he's actually going to give me a Pokemon. No, not this one. Oh, okay, it's this one. Yeah, my bad. So yeah, Bill's going to give me Pokemon, which happens to be Castform. In the original games, he would have given me an Eevee anyway, but that was done by Cynthia already. Also, I believe someone in Bill's house is going to give me Bill's number. I believe it's supposed to be this little girl over here. Okay, yes, it is her. So yeah, I believe if I reach 30 Pokemon in one of my boxes, I believe Bill's going to call me for something. I'm not really sure. Okay, when you call my brother, he can tell you about the PC boxes where you can store your Pokemon. Oh yeah, I kind of know that already. Okay, now Bill's going to give me a Castform. It's a rare Pokemon I obtained back in the days when I was a collector. Interesting. Did you go to Hoenn or something? I don't really have the time. What are you doing exactly? Well, I can't play with it because I'm not going to use it for anything since I don't consider Castform to be very useful. Although, I'll tell you one thing, it does hold Mystic Water. Well, I do have one already since I got one in Cherry Grove City, so I guess I'm just going to take the Mystic Water off of Castform. I received Castform as a gift for helping the Weather Institute in the Hoenn region with some problems. That's funny, I didn't see you there, but whatever. Hold on a second. Let me see what this thing knows. Naive Nature. Oh, I guess it's the same moves you get whenever you get a Castform. Well, okay, I'm just going to leave my party for now, even though I have no plans to use Castform. Okay, so now I'm going to surf down here on Route 34 because there's actually a couple of items in the area. Okay, I believe it's, okay, as you can see, the surf animation or whatever that's supposed to be is white. Yeah, that's another one of those graphical glitches. Sorry about that, I can't do anything about that. So yeah, those three Pokemon I just mentioned, Galarian Slowking, Skeleturge, and Delphox, yeah, those three Pokemon could do the trick to fight off that Serperior. Especially Galarian Slowking since Acid Spray is going to harshly lower Serperior's special defense, yeah, you're going to have to use that to your advantage. Okay, here's the first item, which is an Obelstone. And I believe there's supposed to be 2 more items in the area. Okay, here's the next one, a Nugget, and I believe there's a hidden item in this area as well. Alright, where is that thing? Okay, it's to the right. There we go. Okay, now you want to surf further down here because you're going to encounter 3 trainers. In Gold, Silver, and Crystal, you fight the first 2, one after the other, since there were no double battles back then. But here, I'm going to fight those aforementioned trainers in a double battle, which is pretty convenient since it's a bit faster. Oh well, a level 35 Tentacle, huh? Hopefully this thing doesn't give me too much trouble. I mean, for all I know, this thing could possibly have Poison Sting or something, or maybe Poison Jab. Well, yeah, it's been a while since I last used Tentacle, so I don't know too much about its movesets. Oh man, I almost took down 1 hit. Oh well. Well, maybe it's possibly the lack of EVs. Oh, it does have Poison Jab. Yeah, see, what'd I tell you? Hope it doesn't poison me. Okay, good. So yeah, after that 7 Star Serperior, looks like we're gonna deal with that 7 Star Emboar again. I seem to recall using my Garchomp to fight that thing, and I guess it worked out nicely. Although when it does come out, maybe I'll find some other Pokemon I could use to fight that Emboar. And while we're on the subject of Emboar, well, I seem to be hearing about a game called Pokemon Champions, and it actually involves the same RPG mechanics you find in the actual RPG Pokemon games. And the starters in Legends ZA, Meganium, Emboar, and Feraligatr. Well, what's a Mega Pokemon without abilities? Who's in my second slot? Crobat? Well, actually, I want Misdreavus in my second slot. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I did read about the abilities that the Mega Evolved starters get, and I'm actually kind of impressed a little bit, especially with Mega Meganium's ability. What was it called? Mega Soul, I think it was called, although I could be wrong about that. And how it works is, well, certain moves act in a way in that, no wait, let me try that again. Certain moves act in a way in which it's as if the sun is out. So for instance, moves like Solar Beam and Solar Blade, normally they take 2 turns to charge, but thanks to your ability Mega Soul, they'll hit instantly, which I think is pretty awesome. As for Mega Feraligatr, I believe its ability is Dragon Ice, although I could be wrong about saying that ability since this is the first time I'm hearing about that ability. Well, anyway, it turns all of your normal moves into Dragon moves with 20% boosts. So yeah, it's basically kind of like Pixelate. And what was that other ability? I don't remember. As for Mega Emboar, well, looks like it got the short end of the stick because its ability is Mold Breaker. Well, gee, I'm not surprised since I'm not too big on Emboar anyway. I don't think it's really all that good. As for some other Pokemon that got Mega Evolved forms, well, I think I did hear about it, although I don't want to say anything because I don't want to be saying things that aren't true. Although, I will admit, I kind of like what I'm seeing since, well, I guess some of the Mega Evolutions never look better. Oh yeah, I believe Mega Staraptor gets Concentrate, and you know what that means, right? Stat power close combats while raising your defenses, which is pretty broken. Well, I'm not really sure if the Mega Pokemon will appear in Winds and Waves. Probably not, because odds are they're probably going to come up with another game mechanic. What is it? Well, we don't know that for sure yet. Okay, now these two are down. I'm going to fight the big sister who's in the middle. Hopefully I have enough time to fight this person before time's up. Well, it's hard. This person has 2 Pokemon just like the first 2, so yeah, hopefully I get done before time's up. As for Mega Excadrill, well, I did hear some sort of rumor that said that Mega Excadrill's ability is something called Piercing Drill, which, well, if you use moves that make direct contact, then they'll hit your opponent even if they protect themselves. Which I guess is pretty cool because looking at that thing, yeah, it kind of looks like it could go through someone's defenses. Yeah, I like Excadrill, and looks like it has never been better, especially its Mega Evolved form. Oh, great. Dragon Breath paralyzes me. Well, unfortunately, I'm not in the generation yet where electric types no longer get paralyzed. Well, it doesn't matter since after this battle's over, I'm going to go back to the Pokemon Center anyway, so that way I could be in tip-top shape for when I eventually fight Spiritomb. I guess that's going to happen next video. Okay, since I beat all 3 trainers, I'm going to get a prize, which I seem to recall it being the Power Herb. So, if you have a Pokemon hold that, then whatever 2-turn move they use, well, the Power Herb is going to activate, which means that move will hit instantly. Okay, I guess these two don't have anything interesting to say. Okay, anything else you're going to say? Okay, it's the same thing. Actually, since Lantern's paralyzed, I'm going to put Misdreavus in the lead so that way I can ward off those tentacles. And possible tentacles as well. Well, if I have time, that is. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Pokemon Center in Goldenrod City since Lantern's paralyzed, so that way I can be in tip-top shape for when I fight that Spiritomb next video. Or should I say catch that Spiritomb next video. Sorry about that. Okay, I might as well kill this Tentacool since I guess I have a little bit of time to do that. Okay, thought for a second it would survive because, well, I guess Tentacool has some special defense to work with. Okay, looks like I don't have any more time to do anything, so... Oh, come on, really? Okay, I'm just going to run away from this Tentacool since I don't have time to fight any more wild Pokemon. So next time, I'm going to heal up my team, and then we'll make our way to Azalea Town so that way I can catch Spiritomb. See you next time.